You are looking live at Pro Skate in Monmouth, Junction, New Jersey, where the New Jersey Rockets, U19 AA Girls, Rockets Black, are getting set to take on the team from Montgomery Youth Hockey Association. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo here. Glad to bring you the action in the AGHF Showcase. It'll be 4 games. 2 here on Saturday, well, at varying arenas. 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. And this is a showcase for the AGHF. Looks like standard rules for the league are in place as there's 17 minutes on the clock. And it looks like we are going to have a scorekeeper today, as Anthony Matone has found the iPad that's newly in use this year, and with a learning curve, we're having some of our wonderful scorekeepers who are, in pretty much all cases, volunteers, using the iPads and not having to use score sheets, and this way these things are populated in terms of stats and game results in practically real time. But we're also glad to bring you this in real time. There might be a little bit of a lag today. We're always at the mercy of cell service or Wi-Fi, and we're on the Wi-Fi today here at Pro Skate. And it's a little better than what we would get without the Wi-Fi. So hopefully you get a good enough picture, and if not, and you want to catch it on demand, we'll upload a better copy of the game sometime over the weekend. Because of the perch here at Pro Skate, if we set up at center ice up in the stands, we would have to deal with the netting up there, the protective netting, and that really diffuses the picture quality an awful lot, and it's really not the best perch necessarily from here. So typically what we do in that case is we'll go to the corner of the zone where the Rockets attack, and that's what we're doing here. So the Rockets have occupied the home bench, and although there's a sign for Montgomery Hockey right above the guest bench, that's where the Montgomery team is patriating. Because it's a showcase, the home and away teams are more or less decided as you go along, and that's fine too. Rockets will be wearing the white jerseys, the new white jerseys, with red lettering, black trim, black numbers with red trim. Emma Lacey is in goal. She's at the far side. Ben David, 74, is the goalie for Montgomery. Jacobus at the dot with Menichello and Hansen on the wings. Liftoff from the AGF Showcase Game 1. Comes into Matone at left D. Redmond jumps in quickly to knock that one away. Hansen's going to skate it right down the middle with Menichello. Here comes Francesca at the dot. Centers for Hope. One-timer goes just wide. Rockets jumping right on it here. And actually, it looks like they put 18 minutes a period here. Here comes Menichello coming right at you. She will steer it up toward the circle. Get right through into the slot. Sends it for Redmond. Wrist shot, knocked down by Hansen, picked up by Jacobus. Backhand attempt by Menichello, can't shovel it in. Hansen gets it. She battles along the boards on the far side. Sends it for Menichello, who tries to bunt it down. Hope is going to center it for Hansen. Redirected in front, and it goes just about an inch wide. Jacobus picks it up. Over to Menichello. She gets through one defender. Wrist shot, score! Hope Menichello, 59 seconds into the game, puts the Rockets ahead 1-0 with her. Is that already her 5th of the season? I think it is, for number 48. And I say 59 seconds into the game. I'm not sure how far into the game we are, because at first there were 15 minutes up on the board. Then there were 17 when the game started. Now they've played a certain amount of time, and there's 18:01, it says, left in the first period. So I doubt that they're playing that long. Okay, now they put 16:30 up on the clock, so we're not really sure of the time of the goal here. At the mercy of whatever's showing up on the clock. My guess is that it's a 17-minute period and there should be 16:01 remaining. Right now they say 16:29. Menichello with the goal as the Rockets dominate from the opening face-off. They wait now as the referee goes to the scorer's table trying to figure out what's going on over there. Looks like Anthony Matone's there and Joe Fox is doing either the scoreboard or something, but they're trying to figure it out over there with the help of one of the referees. The other referee is standing at center. And the whistle blows, they come back out. Nieves on the dot, lift off now again. A minute in. She's got Connolly on the near side wing and Rizzo, who now gets the puck on the far side wing. Chipped out, and it comes through neutral ice. Bruno over there on defense with Fox. That's the pairing back there. Fox the lefty, Bruno the righty. Chipped up the far side boards, up and down where Rizzo is. It goes to Fox. She picks that one off, and they try to move it up the far side boards, and they do. Chipped out. This is going to be into the zone for the offense for the Rockets. Haley Connolly, centering feed, goes behind the net. Chipped back by Nieves. Nieves to the near side corner, a little too strong. It comes between the points. Fox wrist shot, knocked down in front, loose, swatted up by Rizzo. Couldn't quite get the stick on it as Barrett tied her up. Rizzo now trying to skate it through the end line, picks it up and sends it up the far side boards where Fox pinches in. Fox will pursue it down there. Rockets pursue deeply, and Nieves will have to retreat back and cover her defense area for Fox. Connolly gets that, sends it back in, and the Rockets change. First in pursuit is Izzy Cook, and it's picked off by Ulrich. Grace Ulrich through the dot, looking for the point, feeds for Redmond between the points. She sends it over for Matone, tries to get it through the slot, backhand shot, goes one save by Ben David, and Ulrich couldn't get the rebound. Cook in front of you, trying to get the puck. Jacobus now there with them. Cook behind the net here, obscured by the stanchion. Sorry about that. It comes up to the point. Redmond's going to get this. Wrist shot, tipped, redirected. Shot score! Grace Ulrich on the sharp angle rebound, puts it in. And with 12:53 left in the first period, the Rockets have launched with alacrity, and they make it 2-0. 48 with the first one, 84 with the second one, and I believe that's the third of the year for Grace Ulrich, maybe her fourth. So 48 and 84 have scored all the goals this season for the Rockets except for one, which was scored by Kira Redmond. 2-0 already, Rockets over Montgomery. Most of this game early on has been played right here in front of us. Ulrich will pick that one up at the blue line and steer it out of the defensive zone through neutral ice in front of her bench. Gets a little help from Cook. Matone back there playing safety, waiting for it to pop out. Nieves gets it, gets through one, couldn't get all the way through. Nieves going in the far corner and pursues behind the end line. Nieves between two defenders tries to get it. Centering feed knocked up in the air. Redmond sees it, she couldn't find it, tripped on the spin, but has coverage from Grace Matone, who knocks that puck away. Montgomery battling for it, trying to drum up some offense here. They've been on the wrong end of it right to start. We apologize for the distant picture from there, but we've got to kind of pick a side, and doing play-by-play and streaming and then zooming in with the camera is a little too much for this guy. Here comes Hansen. She tries to center it. It goes off of a stick, and she follows it along, bumping over there, and it goes behind the end line. Battled for. Ball tries to send it up to Barrett. She does, and Barrett will skate it out up the left wing against Bruno. Goes to the middle, tries to send a wrist shot. It goes wide of Lacey, who lets it go wide, and it's picked up by Fox behind the end line. Fox tries to chip it forward. Couldn't get good ice, so she had to reverse it. Nieves, or rather that's Bruno over there, trying to chip it off the boards and find Hansen at the left wing. It goes past Francesca and goes out to neutral ice. Trudy there trying to pick it off, almost did. Leaves it for Jacobus. Here comes PJ coming in down the slot on the left side, circling around the net. Centers for Bruno. Couldn't get a good stick shot on it, and they lose possession. Let's see if they can keep it in the zone. Jacobus knocks one down. It comes out of the zone for a moment, tapped in by Fox. She was trying to handle it and not chip it forward, but an inadvertent offside, a whistle and a stoppage of play with 10:46 left in period 1 from Pro Skate in Monmouth, Junction, New Jersey. The AGF Showcase, Game 1 for the Rockets Black, U19 AA. Nieves on the face-off, can't win it. Rizzo's going to try to pick this one off. She was trying to, looked like she was going to try to dangle ball there and get it past her, but ball stepped up and made the play. Connolly battling for it on an ice surface she's familiar with. Cece Nieves with a shot. It's blocked down by Ball. Redmond comes in. Rizzo tries to redirect it with the top of the stick and couldn't get it quite on net. Rizzo spun around and still chasing. Now it comes up the near side. Lauren maybe looks like the name there, as Connolly picks it off and chips it back in. Goes to the far side boards. Rizzo battles for it, gets a little help from Matone, but it goes off of number 9. They pick it off the boards, try to move it toward the middle, gets just past Nieves. Barrett tripped up over there, no call. That's a break for the Rockets. Puck was there, but she came down with the stick in the skate. There's a shot, and Lacey on top of it for the first save of the game for the Rockets. 9:41 left in period 1 is the timing of that. Montgomery brings it in, chipped out safely by Rizzo, trying to get it to herself, lifts a stick, couldn't get through one. Here comes Jacobus. Rizzo breaks off for a shift. PJ's going to skate it around the net. She's all alone, but now she has Ulrich, loses the puck over there, and it's sent out by Montgomery. Retreating back there, looked like it was Cook, sends it forward for Ulrich. She has one of the goals. She couldn't handle that one through the offensive zone, but sends it for Jacobus, who pirouettes, spins around, wrist shot, Ben David save, no rebound, and she covers up, does 74 in the navy and yellow. 9:03 left first period. Rockets have broken out quickly. They lead at 2-0 on goals by Menichello and Ulrich. It's been a familiar theme this year. Jacobus on the dot, Cook in the slot, Ulrich on the near side wing, Fox between the points, and Bruno on the left point, on the right point rather, to your left. Montgomery wins the face-off, but they can't do anything with it as Jacobus picks it off. Comes to the far side, Fox pinches all the way down, sends it back toward the near side. Ball gets that and reverses it. Fox jumps in again, sends it toward the net, but couldn't get it through traffic. Puck comes out in front of the Montgomery bench. Looks like they have about one extra line and one extra defenseman. So not a big bench there for Montgomery, as maybe that's fortunate as the puck goes into their bench and right into the spot where there were a couple of coaches, but it looked like none the worse for wear over there. Face-off will be at neutral ice. Nieves wins it toward Hansen's side, but 2 Montgomery players step up to move it forward. Hansen eventually gets the puck and chips it in, right at you. First, but only to Nieves. She's got Menichello in front. Sends it through the back side of the net area, and it comes all the way out of the zone to Redmond. Redmond and Matone play with it. Menichello will reverse it, use Matone as a pick, send it to Redmond, who moves it up to Nieves into the skates. CC couldn't get it clean. And anyway, Francesca Hansen picks it up. Tootie through the zone and into the slot. Hard shot was knocked away by Ball, who couldn't keep the stick in her hand. Otherwise, Francesca would have had a lot of juice on that one. 89 for the moment in white. And I say in the moment, for the moment, because she's supposed to be 9 and Matone is supposed to be 89, but they're reversed for now as the jerseys came in that way. Speaking of Matone, she goes behind her own net to steal a puck, send it up for Hope Menichello. Hope's going to skate it out of the zone on the far side wing. Hope has one already, trying to get through one, gets through one, forced into the corner, goes to Matone, who tries to one-time it but can't get it through traffic. It comes out in front of the Montgomery bench, and Barrett will skate it out. Barrett, wrist shot, goes just wide, didn't get a lot on it. somebody might have tipped the stick from behind, catching her, but she came up the right wing with good speed, tries to backhand it in front. Lacey rebuffs that chance with the left pad. So Emma getting a little action now where she hadn't had it early on, about 10 minutes in. 2-0 Rockets, 6:40 left. Period 1, game 1 of the AGHF Showcase. Rizzo gets through the slot. Rizzo wrist shot. Ben David save. Rebound, and she covers it up. Rizzo's got to watch it there. She tipped the glove after it was covered up. Sometimes refs will call that depending on the level of anger in the game. Jacobus on the dot, Rizzo in the slot. It comes to Connolly on the near side, sends it to Fox between the points. Fox will send it in the corner for Rizzo on the far side. Rizzo trying to shield off one defender. Soccers it with the left foot, going around. Puts it for Connolly, one shot, kicked away by Ben David, and it's sent out. Bruno steps up, sends it to Fox. Rockets clear the zone and turn it back in quickly. Connolly is going to get this one. She will go behind the end line. Lost it there, reversed for a second. Jacobus now. Connolly comes to the point. Bruno knocks it down, sends it over for Fox. Fox through traffic, redirected by Connolly, and a big glove save by Ben David through a lot of traffic right there. That one was sent through traffic by Fox. Connolly redirected it, but Ben David saw it long enough to get the glove on it. Nieves now will be on the dot. Ulrich in the slot. Cook on the far wing. It comes between the points to Redmond, who is pursued there and has to send it in and around. Ulrich battling for it there, but it's sent up the far side boards by Ball. They move it forward, but can't get it out. It goes right back in. That's been the story of period 1. 2-0 Rockets. Ulrich uses the body to keep the puck in. It comes to Matone at the point. She doesn't have a shot, so she sends it across the slot where Ulrich picks it up. Ulrich goes to the point for Redmond. Wrist shot knocked down by Ball. Ulrich tries to pass across the top of the crease, and Ben David got a piece of it. Otherwise, Nieves was going to tap that right in. Ben David pretty sharp so far. She's kept Montgomery in this. It really could have gotten ugly early, but she's made a couple of big saves here to keep it at 2-0 for the Rockets. Sent up toward the point. Redmond steps over. Wrist shot knocked away by the stick of Ulrich, and she was trying to redirect it at the net. Cook will circle, send it in front. Shot hits the post! Ulrich hit the post from the bottom of the slot. She hit the left post. She had Ben David beaten off the feed from Cook. This puck squirts out to Jacobus. She sends it for Ulrich. Ulrich will backhand it too strongly for Jacobus. And finally, for Montgomery, they get it out of the zone, but the Rockets clear it out. Cook and Ulrich, they'll come in 2-on-1. Oh, it's an offside. Ball was back there, but she was the only one, and the Rockets offside will give Montgomery a chance to complete their change. Short bench for Montgomery, 3 forwards and 1 defenseman. So they can change one at a time on defense, and they can change lines as a whole, but they're not getting much rest. As Menichello swoops in, 1-on-3, wrist shot. Ben David saves it in the breadbasket and covers it up before Hansen could sneak in and smack the rebound in from the near side. The new Rockets jerseys, believe me, they feature the names on the bottom. It doesn't do me much good when pretty much everybody tucks their jersey in, as Bruno keeps that one in. And it comes now out of the zone. Hansen uses the body to shield. She's got Menichello up the middle, but a lot of attention there on the near side boards. Gets a little help from Bruno, who gets it knocked away and has to hustle back. Aaron Bruno up to, that is Peyton Jacobus, and TJ sends it in and has to rechase it. Barrett slams on the brakes, reverses it, and Montgomery will move it up and out. 3:33 left, period 1. Rockets up 2-0 over Montgomery Youth Hockey Association, game 1 of the AGF Showcase. Here's Hope Menichello, gets through one, gets to the dot. He's looking for Nieves, but put it through her legs. Cece picks it up anyway, still in pursuit. sends it toward the net. Barrett's going to pick it up. She's been one of the saving graces for Montgomery so far. Sends that out through a couple of people, so that's why it's no icing as we hit now the 3-minute mark of the first period remaining. Rockets will move it up and out. Luisa Rizzo off the boards to herself. Will try to do it again. Gets around the defender now. Has Connolly on the near side. If she can get through. Rizzo center and feed. One-timer. There's a save by Ben David on the shot by Nieves. Cece will go to the corner to get it. Send it to Grace Matone. Matone through traffic. Hard shot. Whistled wide. Comes all the way out to the near side. And Kira Redmond backs up. Takes it out of the zone as the Rockets retreat and regroup and send it back in. Ball will come to get it. Rizzo forces her around the back of the end line. Bad pass is picked off by Redmond. Sends it toward the slot. Was looking maybe for Rizzo all the way through. Has to chip it to the near side corner. Connolly and Ball, a couple of 11s, hustle for it. Redmond sends it low. Rizzo tries to shake off a defender. Does that. Leaves it for Connolly. Centering feed for Nieves. She missed it. Got the skate on it. But couldn't quite get the shot. And Ben David covers it up. 2:01 left, period 1, 2-0 Rockets from Pro Skate in Monmouth Junction, New Jersey. Jacobus on the dot. Cook in the slot this time. Ulrich on the near side wing. Bruno and Fox, the defense pairing, and Bruno will get that and send it toward Ulrich, but goes between her skates. Cook there, couldn't get it, kind of got herself jackknifed into the boards there with her stick. Sent down by Montgomery for an icing, and we'll do it all over again, just at the opposite circle. 1:42 now. Period 1. All Rockets so far. It could be worse, but Ben David, 74, has kept Montgomery close. Jacobus at the dot. Tried to send it for Ulrich, but it was knocked away there. Barrett sends it up, and they'll get it out. It's a 2-on-0 if they hurry, but the puck just goes to the far side, and the Rockets are able to regroup. Big save with the glove by Lacey off a long shot right there. They had a lot on it, and she didn't have a lot of time. But Emma got the glove on it. Here's Bruno battling in all the way and sends it for Nieves as we're down to 1:10 left in period 1. Matone comes in, sends it through, was looking for the stick blade of Izzy Cook, and it goes all the way through the crease. Now batted in and goes all the way around. Ball and Ulrich battle for it on the far boards. Cook coming in to help. 3 Montgomery players over there. It goes to Matone, sends it across the slot. Didn't have a shooting lane. Cook battles for it near side with another Barrett. There's a 24 and an 8. 8 has the white helmet, so I'm not sure which Barrett is which. And 8 also has an M instead of the Montgomery written across her chest on the crest of the jersey. Matone's slapper goes just wide, was trying to get it through traffic there. It comes to the point, and Barrett, number 8, will try to hustle it down. Matone will break that one up, coming from the opposite defense side. 13 seconds left. Matone's going to skate it out. Rockets do have a chance for one more rush. Now with 7 seconds, they need to just get it out of the zone. Sent toward the net, redirected in front by a Rocket. That was Bruno, and the period expires with the Rockets holding a 1-0 lead. We will switch sides for period 2. As we do, you might get a chance to look at some of the Rockets faithful. We'll let you look at the benches for a moment. We didn't even go over the coaches today. Capacity crowd on hand at Pro Skate. They all paid for their seats, but they're only using the edge. Behind the bench for the Rockets, as you may be able to see, but hopefully you could see a little bit better, Jeremy Jacobus. See how our perch is here for period 2. It's not the best. See if we could make it a little better. I don't think that's going to be any better, actually. It's probably worse. We're going to go with this. So you'll lose a little bit up the wing there. Maybe we could go a little bit more this way. Rockets will line it up with Jacobus at center. Hansen on the right wing, that is. Menichello on the left wing. Matone and Redmond, the defense pair. Liftoff, period 2. Menichello and Ulrich, the goal scorers in period 1, and that's been the theme this year so far for the Rockets. To date, they have all the goals except for Kira Redmond, who has 1. And it's been a 3-0 start for the Rockets this season. Comes back to the near side defense. They try to go between the blue line and the center circle. It was picked off there for a moment, but regained. Sent down. And now it comes out of the zone. Hansen's going to be the first to get it. Uses the body to shrug off a defender. Waits to get over the line. Oh, it looked like she stepped back over the line when Menichello brought it in, but they whistle it offside. So they'll take the face-off outside of the zone. Face-off comes in to the Rocket zone, although it was propelled by Montgomery. Rizzo on the near side wing, Connolly on the far wing, Nieves at center, and that's CC that brings it in, but it's quickly sent out. Connolly battling for it. Rizzo down the slot, gets through one, has Nieves in front. Rizzo wrist shot. Oh, she sent it just over the net. Might have had the goalie beaten. Didn't quite have the pass open for Nieves. Rizzo tries to get it in the slot now, can't do it. Fox jumps in from the point, can't corral it. Bruno back. She's got a little help from Connolly. Wrist shot knocked away. Lacey looked like she was trying to glove it, didn't quite get the handle on it, and it goes to the far corner. Battled for below the end line and taken out. Bruno to herself, now up to Rizzo. A little too strong and couldn't corral it. Connolly blocks that pass, so no easy entry for Montgomery. They jump back too late and a whistle and an offside. 15:02 left, period 2, Rockets 2. And Montgomery Youth Hockey Association, nothing. We're at Pro Skate in Monmouth, Junction, New Jersey. With the turn of the weather and the appearance of the fall equinox, it's gotten much colder outside, but inside the rink, we're into winter. Ref not doing us any favors here, blocking the action, but what I could tell you is the Rockets had it in the zone and now it's out. Picked up there by Ulrich. She didn't see Cook, caught deep in the zone, and it's an offside. Jacobus at center, Cook on the left wing, Ulrich on the right. Ulrich has one of the goals, Menichello has the other. Redmond off the face-off over to Matone, who sends it in. Goes behind the end line. Picked up, ball to Redmond at the point, sends it. Ben David got a piece of it, tried to steer it wider than it went, comes to the near side. Here's Hayes, couldn't get it out. Cook behind the net, spin move, wraparound attempt, Ben David save, and she covers it. Izzy Cook had it behind the net. She did a spin move, saw the wraparound. Ben David did give her the post as she was sliding over, but Cookie couldn't quite stuff it in. Ben David got the skate on it, or the bottom of the pad, and was able to stop the rebound. Nieves on the dot, Hansen in the slot, Menichello on the far wing. Battled for Barrett and Nieves, comes to the point. That's Bruno to Menichello in the slot. Wrist shot goes just wide. Hope looking for her second of the game. Here's Cece to Hope. One-timer blocked away by Bowles, it looked like. Now Montgomery coming out. Barrett, number 8, with the white helmet. Skates it around the end line. Tries to center it. Loose in front. Scramble sent out to the point. Ball shoots one along the ice, but it doesn't get through. This is going to be picked up and skated all the way out. Dumped at the center line by Nieves. It goes over the end line. In pursuit there is Menichello. Hansen takes a swipe at it. Fox is the one who gets it. Swiper the Fox completes the swiper. Sent below the end line, comes back out through neutral ice. Here's Jacobus on the fly, off the pass. PJ, wrist shot, goes wide. And David had the glove out there, but PJ's shot from the dot went wide. Down low from Menichello, wrist shot. Ben David saves it with the crest of the jersey, leaves no rebound. Jacobus, Hansen, and Menichello creating it down low. Jacobus will stay in there for the face-off. Rizzo in the slot. Connolly on the far wing. Goes behind the end line. Rizzo's going to skate to try to get it. Hayes gets there first, but Matone rebuffs her and sends it deep. Sent up back to the Matone. Sends it toward the net, but it doesn't get all the way through. Hayes sends it to Matone. Wrist shot, redirected. Rizzo there trying to get a piece. Shot by Jacobus and a kick save by Ben David. Rizzo shoots. Oh, it was going in, and Ben David threw the glove up there and knocked it away. Holt gets knocked down in a collision with Matone. Rockets send it up and in, but Connolly couldn't quite get the skate over fast enough, and another offside. 2-0 Rockets. They've had myriad chances here and haven't been able to get the third. 12:07 left period 2. The shots are now up on the board. It's 17-3 Rockets. Nieves on the dot. Cook near side. Ulrich far side, the forwards. She gets kicked out, and Ulrich takes the draw. Can't win it, but it goes into that. Now, that puck should not be an offside. It was sent in onside. It's an immediate offside. That play should have been onside. It was sent in by Montgomery, which makes it an onside play, even if Rockets are in the zone. Montgomery, this time, gets the face-off win. Ball will skate it behind her own net. Up to the far wing, sent through the middle of the ice and out. And Grace Matone will retreat to get it. Matone up the far side wing, was looking for Ulrich, but it went a little too strong. Sent through neutral ice and over the red line. Ball bats it forward. Barrett 8 behind the play. She sends it toward the net, but has all kinds of hell getting from Redmond right there and can't get off a good shot. There's a shot that Lacey makes the kick save on. It comes to Nieves. She sends it up, tipped from Ulrich. She's trying to outskate the defender to it, can't quite do it, but eventually regains it here below the end line. Spin move, sends it to the near side Cook. We get a good look at Cook. Ulrich down the slot, wrist shot by Nieves off the pass from Fox. Ulrich has a lot of time and space, and she sends it between the points, but Barrett nearly picked it off and would have been off to the races as Fox stepped in, just got the toe of her stick on it, and kept it in safe area play for the Rockets. Izzy Cook coming at you. There she is. Ulrich picks it off along the board, sends it to Lauren Fox, sent at the net, right pad save by Ben David. There's a check right in front of us, and they're going to call that. So ball's going to go off for the check, cross check they're going to call it. And Jacobus seems to be okay. She's the one who took that. And the Rockets will have the first power play of the game with 10:30 left in period 2 and holding a 2-0 lead. 19-4 the shots for the Rockets. We're waiting for the penalty to go up on the board. It should be a 2-minute penalty because there are, from what I can tell, 17-minute periods here. Hansen on the dot, Menichello in the slot, Jacobus on the near side. Between the points is Bruno. At the left point is Fox. Loken will take the face-off against Hansen. So ball's penalty goes up on the board. Sent to the near side, and Jacobus picks it up. Fox to Jacobus, sent all the way through and back down by Bruno. Jacobus below the end line to Menichello. Centering feed goes all the way through everybody. Lacey's paying attention. She's going to come out and play that puck. Leave it there for Fox. Rockets will have to regroup on their power play breakout. The first 30 seconds of the power play are over. Hansen will skate it in over the line on the right side. Dropped it for Jacobus. Recovered by Menichello. Through the hot slot. Wrist shot knocked off of a stick and hits the protective netting above the glass to force a face-off. Nieves will jump on in favor of Jacobus. Well, let's see if there are any more changes. No, Hansen and Menichello will stay the forwards. Hansen's in the slot. Defense pair is Redmond and Matone. Sent out. It's going to be onside because it got a piece of Matone's stick. No icing. And Redmond hustles down to get there first. Short-handed. Montgomery trying to attack. Picked off. Try to send it at the net. Another player down low. It's going to be a penalty, so they're going to even it up here. And let's see who it's on. It looks like it's a trip, and it's going to go against Redmond. Redmond with the trip. And although you have a power play, it's still a defensive zone penalty with a possible scoring chance involved. So kinda, if you're ever gonna trip somebody when you're on a power play, that's the time to do it. She prevented a scoring chance, and her team's gonna play 4-on-4 for about a minute and a half. Ulrich will pick this one off and come in with Nieves. 2-on-1, wrist shot fanned upon by Ulrich. Had Nieves with her. Barrett picks this one off. Barrett with the white helmet is number 8. There's a 24 that's also a Barrett. Skated out 4-on-4. Here comes Montgomery. Wrist shot blocked away with the waffle board by Lacey. 10 seconds left in the 4-on-4. And then it'll be about a minute 15 of power play time for Montgomery, which skates in offside. It's the period of the long change, but sometimes it's the short change when you have the puck in the offensive zone, and a faulty change by Montgomery right there was what caused the offside. There was a player coming out, and she didn't get to the bench fast enough. There's 4 seconds in the 4-on-4. And then it'll be a power play for Montgomery. Rockets win the faceoff. Fox sends it for Rizzo, who's going to skate it right up the middle. Now send it in for Jacobus. Rizzo and Jacobus, shorthanded now. They like to attack. That one knocked down by Ben David, goes off the side of the net. Rizzo holds her spot. Battled for now on the near side right in front of you. That's Rizzo and Holt. Sent at the net by Matone. And a save by Ben David. So 55 seconds to kill off now for the Rockets. And it will be Rizzo and Connolly up front. And Bruno and Fox on the back line. Holt takes the draw, wins it against Rizzo, who just steps through 4 defenders and sends the puck over the end line. 8 minutes left, period 2. Rockets a 2-0 lead and a 20-5 advantage in shots. They have 40 seconds to kill off of a penalty to Kira Redmond. And Haley Connolly is the one that's in pursuit of the puck. Banged off the boards at a sharp angle. Rizzo grabs it there. It comes out of the zone now. Bruno gets it, sends it right back in, and the Rockets are doing a good job keeping Montgomery at bay. Bruno will skate it all the way down, and Rizzo will cover the point. Bruno battles for it just out of picture. I could give you a picture of the stanchion, but eventually the players will get it back in to your view. Comes through the points. Rizzo had to step out of the line, sends it in onside. That's going to kill off the rest of the penalty. Redmond will jump off and jump onto the bench. Nieves jumps onto the ice in her place. Connolly picks it up in her own zone. Oh, she was looking to hit Rizzo there. Wouldn't have quite had a breakaway. That one's sent at Lacey. She knocks it down and covers it up. 6:57 left at the stoppage. 2-0 Rockets, 20-6 now the shots. So they hold Montgomery off the board on the power play, which lasted a bit under 1:20. But they do give up a couple of shots there at the end of it. Full and even strength for both teams as Ulrich is going to pick up the loose puck and skate it out. She's got a lot of company in blue. Now it evens up. And Ulrich will keep pursuing the puck over the end line. Bumping with Hall, uses the body to get the puck. Hall uses it and moves it forward. And it gets into neutral ice. But Cook picks that one off, and Izzy turns, sends it to Grace Ulrich in the middle. Grace gains the line. Gets a lot of stick checking legally there from Bowles. Goes over the end line. Cece Nieves is over there battling for it. Ulrich waits for the puck to squirt out. It comes to the near side point. Spun around by Loken, who sends it up the middle for Redmond. Redmond's going to wait, and send it for Ulrich, who clears the zone. Here comes Ulrich. Gets through one, but can't get through the other. Sticks are tied up high as Ball lifted the stick, and Ulrich couldn't get it out of there. Matone at the point sends it forward, but not in. Matone will get it, and she's going to skate it down, send it through the crease. Was maybe looking for Ulrich or Cook right there. Ulrich with it again. Ulrich sends it for a streaking Jacobus, but it was knocked down. That one's sent out. It hit Matone's stick, which is going to blunt the puck movement enough to prevent an icing. Redmond with a nice pickup and turn. Here comes Hansen. Hansen will skate it and spin it. Send it for the point. Matone wasn't quite there, and the Rockets will regroup. Bruno gains the line at center and sends it in, no icing. Jacobus is the first in pursuit to bother Ball. Picked off by Menichello. Ball regathers and sends it for Barrett on the far side. Moved up but not out. Stepped in by Fox, who keeps it in from the right point. Bruno back playing safety in case that puck squirts out, or she could just walk right in on the other side. Menichello has it in front. Menichello wrist shot, hit the side of the net, centers it, wrist shot, knocked down by Ben David. Oh, Hansen looked like she was going to put that one in, but Ben David slid down, and boy, she has kept Montgomery in this one. Here comes Menichello. She's got help in Hansen and Nieves. Hope into the slot. Wrist shot sent just wide. 4:30 left. 2-0 Rockets. It was like this in a game on Sunday against the Little Flyers Orange, where the Rockets were just dominating possession, dominating in shots, had a bunch of chances to keep running up that scoreboard and put it out of reach and couldn't quite do it, and found themselves in a tie game in the third period. And Hope Menichello came up clutch in that game with just over 5 minutes left. And the Rockets won 4-3 on Hope's goal. Rockets will break it out of the defensive zone, but not effectively. Puck moves through neutral ice in favor of either team at any given time. And now for Montgomery, they get possession. 43 tries to get off a shot. Knocked down. Rizzo had it for a moment but couldn't get it out. Puck squirts out to neutral ice. It's going to be picked up by Nieves. Here comes Cece. Sends it all the way across, but couldn't complete the pass to Connolly as we hit the 3:25 mark of period 2. Riz trying to run up into that one and take a shot. She'll jump off for a change, as will all the forwards for the Rockets, and give time and space to Mayer, who sends it up through neutral ice but gives it away as Matone is there. Maybe you could call it a forced turnover as Grace stepped into the passing lane. Holt gets it, tries to move it forward. Like Bowles over there, and now finally sent in. It's going to be picked up by Cook, sends it toward the middle, trying to get a streaking Ulrich. Grace eventually gets it, tries to center it for Cook again. Ulrich goes right at the net for Cook. Cook had the stick tied up, but Ulrich was looking for Izzy at the top of the crease or the bottom of the slot. Take your pick. Cook in front. If that puck comes there, she's alone. Mayer recognizes that she's there, but is not going to play her straight up until the puck gets closer. Comes down to Jacobus. Shot blunted. Cook tried to redirect it, but it went wide. 2:19. Picked off by Redmond. Wrist shot goes just wide. Ulrich tries the wraparound from just behind the end line, and Ben David got the stick on it. Rockets applying pressure. Hayes looking for somebody. Gets it picked off by Jacobus. Sent to Ulrich. Wrist shot. Ben David's shot. Makes the save with the blocker and covers up the rebound. They've kept her busy, but she's been up to the task. The Rockets, as long as they keep applying this pressure, they're not giving Emma Lacey too hard of a day on the other side, but a 2-goal lead, not quite enough maybe. Rockets win the faceoff. Bruno can't get it through traffic as Bowles knocked it down. Minichello picks it up. Now Hansen. Puck won't behave for her, and Tootie sends it over the end line. Ball gets pushed down from the back by Minichello, who shakes her head, and she's going to go off for the cross check. So it'll be the second power play of the game for Montgomery. That faceoff's going to go all the way to the other end of the ice as Hope Minichello goes off for the cross check. It was more like a ginger push from behind. They're taking the faceoff just outside of the zone. I think this faceoff really should be in the offensive zone, but what do I know? Rockets make a late change. They shouldn't allow that, and they are not going to. So Hansen and Nieves up front on the penalty kill. If things go the Rockets' way, they will be killing this penalty into the next period. Shot was sticked aside by Lacey, comes to the point, ball skates it in, wrist shot goes wide. Fox sweeps it off of the end line, but over to Barrett with the white helmet, number 8. Sent through the top of the crease, nobody on the back door except a Rocket, and it's going to be skated out by Nieves shorthanded. Gets through one. Here comes Cece at the right dot. Wrist shot. Ben David save. Oh, it trickles just wide of the line. It went over the line by about an inch, but on the wrong side of the post. Nieves nearly with the shorty. Montgomery comes in. Wrist shot. Saved by Lacey. The best opportunity of the game. Another shot knocked aside by Lacey. It comes to the bottom of the slot and now behind the end line. Wraparound attempt, left pad save. Sent up the middle of the ice with 25 seconds left in the period. Connolly first in pursuit, putting pressure on ball. Tries to juke. Connolly picks it off, kicks it in front, but Riz wasn't quite there. Rizzo picks it off with 17 seconds left, shorthanded. Riz sends it at Ben David. Kicked down, and she saw it loose for a second and tried to stuff it in, but Ben David held it with the catching glove. Rizzo looking for the shorthander right there, number 13, with 13.2 seconds left in the second period, and her team holding a 2-0 lead. Rockets have 41 seconds left to kill on the penalty to Hope Minichello. 13.2 of them in this period. Jacobus at the dot, wins it. Matone sends it to the far side. The Rockets could still have a scoring chance here if they get hold of it. Ulrich tries to get the wrist shot off. Redmond, through traffic, can't get it through, and the period expires. Rockets have 28 seconds to kill off on the penalty to Hope Menichello, as that is the way they will start the third period with a 2-0 lead. Joe Rizzo here bringing you the action from Pro Skate in Monmouth Junction, New Jersey. Rockets will be in action later in the day from Iceland. As you see the Rockets faithful and others. Rockets will be at Iceland in Hamilton Township late this afternoon or early this evening against the Junior Flyers in Game 2 of the AGHF Showcase. On Sunday, we'll kick it off at 8 a.m., also from Iceland and Hamilton Township, where the Rockets will take on Mascon United. And they'll finish it up in Woodbridge at the Woodbridge Community Center on Sunday in the middle of the afternoon, around 2 o'clock, and that is against Mamaroneck State Line. Rockets up 2-0. Goals by Menichello and Ulrich in period 1. A scoreless second period, 26-9. The shots in favor of the Rockets, who are looking to move to 4-0 on the season. Emma Lacey patriates the goal on the far side, and then David, who has kept her team in it within striking distance on the near side. Nieves on the dot, Ulrich on the near side wing, and Matone with Redmond on defense. Liftoff, period 3. Killing off a penalty is Grace Ulrich. Gathers and regathers, and that is going to be Emma Lacey hustling toward the bench, and the Rockets will go on the power play. It's touched up there. It'll be 4 seconds of 4-on-4, and then a power play for the Rockets, as it is going to be interference on Mayer, 48. So Menichello in the box for 4 more seconds. So the Rockets on the offensive zone draw will be 4-on-4, and then Menichello almost certainly will just jump out of the box and hustle into the play. Jacobus on the dot. Let's see. Or it'll be Hansen on the dot. Jacobus will take the far side. Redmond and Matone remain on D. Menichello jumps out of the box and into play, and that one's sent down for a quick icing. Icing in effect in all situations as part of these rules, and Coach Montgomery wondering about that, one of the coaches. For the Rockets, Jeremy Jacobus behind the bench, Bob Connolly and Mike Cook, and Bobby Jr. helping out as well. Redmond in the slot fires a wrist shot that hit traffic in front. Jacobus up to Matone. Matone back to Jacobus. Hansen and Menichello in front. Matone sends it over to Redmond. Open lane, wrist shot deflected by Hansen, but didn't quite get toward the net. Ball picks it up, banks it off the boards, but it's picked off by Jacobus, who goes down low to Menichello, marches at the net, sends it in the slot for Hansen. Got a piece of it, but couldn't get it all. The other Barrett, 24. Well, I don't know who's the other one, but there's 2. Short-handed, Montgomery is able to get the puck down into the Rockets zone, but the Rockets will break it out. Menichello steers by one defender, can't get through. Ball and it comes out of the zone. Connolly is out there with Hansen and Menichello on the forward lines. Fox is tripped down, and the Rockets will now have a 5-on-3. Well, it looks like they're going to call interference there, maybe. Interference is the call. 26, Locken will go to the penalty box, and the Rockets will have 45 seconds of 5-on-3 time. Connolly at the dot, Rizzo in the slot. Cook on the near side wing. Bruno at the point with Fox. Fox gets it over there. Down low for Rizzo, a little too hard. Ball gets it. Rizzo picks it off. Rizzo to Connolly at the half boards. Up to Fox. Fox looking low. Rizzo occupies the half boards now. Rizzo looking 5-on-3 for 22 more seconds. Rizzo and Fox playing catch. Rizzo looking, still playing catch with Fox. Rizzo and Fox back to playing catch. And there's a whistle. Did the puck go offside? I guess the puck hopped out of the zone, and Fox wondering what happened. She and Rizzo just played catch there on the 5-on-3, perhaps for a moment too long. The last 14 seconds of the 5-on-3 will be Nieves at center, Ulrich at left wing, Menichello on right wing, Redmond and Matone at the points. Nieves a little too strong for Ulrich. Ball picks it up, reverses it, but Ulrich is there. Ulrich looking toward the point, finds Redmond in the slot, but Kira had to retreat. Centering feed, knocked down by Barrett, 8. Barrett tries to reverse, but Menichello picks it off her stick. Hope around the world, top of the slot, leaves it for Matone. Matone marches in, wrist shot, save Ben David, rebound, swept away just in time by Mayer. 5-on-4 now as they've killed off the 5-on-3 Montgomery. Redmond steps in to try to keep it in, but it's knocked out by Barrett, 8. Sent down toward the far side. Barrett, 8 with the white helmet, will skate it in. Barrett still has it shorthanded. Barrett in front, one-timer by Ball, and it's saved by Lacey. Shorthanded, the Rockets got a little too loose there, and they nearly gave up the shorty. It's still just a 2-0 game despite the Rockets' dominance in possession and shots, 28-11. 35 more seconds on the power play here. They had a 5-on-3 they couldn't convert. Powered toward the net. Here's Mayer with a shot that got through some traffic but not all. Reversed after it goes behind the end line. The Rockets will bring it up. Here comes Hansen, bumped by a couple. 16 seconds left in the power play for the Rockets, but Montgomery playing their best hockey of the game. Hansen picks it off. Comes in up the left wing. Centering feed. A little too much sauce for Riz. Couldn't knock it down. Hansen, Jacobus, and Rizzo out there. Full and even strength for both teams as they try to hit the player coming out of the box, but the Rockets break that up. Jacobus knocks it forward. Barrett, 24, knocked away by Jacobus. She has Riz on the far side if she finds her. Centering feed, Riz got a piece, but a big save with the stick by Ben David. It comes to the point, Fox steps in, can't keep it in. Lakin gets beaten to the puck by Redmond. They have 2 deep, hit from the end of the line. Centering feed knocked away by the stick of Lacey. Sent forward by Nieves, and the puck is still in the zone. Montgomery has it. Ball leaves it for a lock-in. Wrist shot blocked and goes up in the air. Nobody catches it. The Rockets come down with it. Redmond sends it forward, who's looking to spring Ulrich, who eventually gets it. Ulrich in front of the Montgomery bench can't get through. Montgomery's picked it up here now. A little bit of desperation. They're down only 2-0 despite being dominated in possession and shots. The Rockets need to put an end to that by putting the puck in the net. Rockets change. Connolly's going to be the first in pursuit against Holt. She slams into the boards loudly. And eventually that puck is negotiated out of the zone to the delight of the Montgomery side, and the Rockets will have to reset. Connolly to Rizzo. She's got Ulrich with her down the middle if she can get by one. Riz centers for Ulrich, knocked away by Ball. Ulrich will just get right to that puck, sort of in front of you. We'll give you a look. Ball's been busy. Trips up Ulrich there, but not fully. Sent at the net, looked like even by a Montgomery player. Whistle and a stoppage of play as it's covered up by Ben David. 11:33 left in the game, the first of the AGHF Showcase from Pro Skate in Monmouth, Junction, New Jersey. Rockets need an extra player out there, and Ulrich trying to skate away and get to the bench. On the late change, they don't allow it, so Ulrich has to stay out there. They waited too long to change, and she will take the face-off. Ulrich on the dot, Rizzo in the slot, Connolly on the near side wing. They win the face-off, but lose the possession. Rizzo gets it behind the net. Rizzo goes to the point for Bruno. Wrist shot knocked down by Ball's left skate. Bruno pinches in at the point, can't keep it in. Montgomery moves it out for a moment. They get it to Barrett. She tries to send it into open ice, but it hits a bunch of skates. Rizzo tried to pound that one forward, was looking to spring Connolly. Barrett's going to skate in alone. Barrett wrist shot, saved by Lacey, and she covers up. Lacey stops Barrett's breakaway. And the Rockets are, in a game they've dominated, they're leaving the door open a little too much than they'd like. But when you have such great goaltending back there, no matter who it is, if it's Emma Lacey or Arialis Markland, sometimes a little bit of those mistakes of aggression, as Lacey makes a stick save and sends it to the far wing. Those plays where you're being maybe a little too aggressive, your goalie covers it up. And Lacey did that there. Jacobus will take it right out of the corner. Looking for Menichello in front. She's got a lot of traffic there. Barrett's going to grab the loose puck, send it up, and they'll skate it out. Picked off by Menichello. Waits for Hansen to come out. Leaves it for Hansen. Hansen sends it forward for Jacobus. Still loose there. Ball gets it and sends it up for Bowles, who gets it out. Redmond steps in, plays catch with Fox. Sends it now for Menichello in front of the Montgomery bench. And here comes Hope. She's got Ball to beat. Wrist shot knocked away by Ball. Comes to the near side. Hansen looking, will have to send it behind the end line toward the far wing. Picked up by Locken. She sends it out. Was looking for the home run to Barrett. Barrett spun Redmond off. Picks up a loose puck. Wrist shot. Knocked down either by Fox or by the glove of Lacey. And it goes to the far side. Menichello picks it up off the half boards. Skates it in front of both benches, skates it into the offensive zone, has Nieves in the middle, tries to dangle through one, still loose in front. Ben David knocked it away, didn't have to make a save, but she came off of her line to knock it away. Menichello sends it to the front for Nieves, it's loose in the slot, and Nieves cannot put it in! Big save by Ben David, that puck was sitting in the crease about an inch north of the end line, and Ben David covered it before Nieves could get it in. 27 saves for Ben David. She's kept them in it. Connolly on the dot, wins it toward Rizzo's side. It comes up to the point, and it comes out as Bruno has to retreat to the logo at center. Connolly with Rizzo and Cook now. See if this can be the line that gets the Rockets back in control here. They've given up some stuff. Sent at the net, Lacey covers it up. As the puck was just cruising there, it wasn't the hardest shot. 9:09 left, period 3. 2-0 Rockets. 29-14. The shots in favor of the Rockets. They've dominated play, but Montgomery Youth Hockey Association shot off of one of the Rockets' skates. Matone got the skate on that. Montgomery has really picked it up here in the third, and the Rockets, frankly, have left the door open. That one sent through a couple of people, but it went off of Montgomery's skate, so there's not going to be an icing. Mayer gets there first. Rizzo puts the pressure on. Picked off by Connolly on the half boards for a moment, but it's sent up and out. Redmond retreats, banks it off the boards, but a little too quickly before Connolly could get out of the zone. Pretty much the Rockets, any group that they were throwing out there for the first two periods was clicking, but now they've had moments here in the third, but haven't been able to put the puck in the net. And they've given up some of the possession advantage that they had through the first two. Sent in onside. Jacobus is going to be the first in pursuit. She's going to force Ball to retreat and make a play. Hansen picks it off at the hash. Hansen for Menichello in front. Backhander. It looked like Hope was maybe looking for somebody at the back door. Sent up and out. Locken will get it. Skated through neutral ice and into the offensive zone. Gets through one. Shot knocked away. Thought it was maybe covered, but Redmond picks it up. Sends it up for Hansen. Hansen's going to just steer it out of the zone, but couldn't get possession. Ball comes back, reverses it, puts it in front of the Rockets bench, picks it up now, skates it in deep. She's 1-on-4, and it's eventually picked up and sent through. Picked off between the points by Bowles. She sends it forward, but not through all the traffic as three Rockets were there. Jacobus is going to skate this one out. Has Menichello hustling, and Hansen there trailing. Wrist shot knocked away by Holt, loose in front. Menichello's there. Hansen tries to stuff it in, but one of the players, Barrett, 24, stood her ground long enough to block the shot. There's a hit against the boards. It's going to be interference or a body check. Let's see who it's against. Just out of my vision there. And it's going to be Hansen jumping in for looked like the body check. It was body check or interference. One arm body check. So that will take the face-off out of the offensive zone. And with 7:23 left in the third period, the Rockets have a 2-0 lead, but they find themselves having to kill off another penalty. I believe this will be Montgomery's third power play of the game. The Rockets have also had 3. Most of them have been truncated for either team. Nieves and Rizzo up front. Matone and Redmond, the defense pair, to kill it off. They've killed off the first 20 seconds. Nieves forcing the play up the wing. Ball goes down, wasn't tripped. Rizzo picks up the loose puck, sends it forward for Nieves. Gets knocked away. Rizzo in a collision there with Bowles. Nieves is going to pick up the loose puck, skated in front of the Montgomery zone. Nieves will hustle off for a change as Ulrich comes out. Rizzo trying to speed in, and Matone picks off a lazy pass. Matone regathers. Matone in the slot. Wrist shot. Right pad save. Ben David. Barrett 8 will get it and skate it up the left wing. Ulrich forces her to turn. Sends it forward for Bowles. Locken is over there. She has to wait for her team to get onside. 56 seconds left in the power play for Montgomery. They trail 2-0 to the Rockets, who have goals by Menichello and Ulrich, who has the puck and sends it deep. Rizzo jumps off for a change. Ulrich picks it off shorthanded. Ulrich at Ben David, loose puck. She made a right pad save. Fox through traffic, didn't have the shot, so she sends it through. 33 seconds left and an effective penalty kill so far for the Rockets. Locken sends it up the far side. It's going to be the icing in effect, but not strong enough to get there. Fox is going to have that one. Take her time, turn, leave it for Redmond, who reverses it. Ulrich's got to go all the way back behind the line to get it. It goes to Barrett at the point. Somebody fell. Comes to the other Barrett, sends it at the net. Lacey pad save and covers up the rebound with 5:28 left in the game and 6 seconds left in the power play. Emma Lacey didn't have much work in the first 2 periods, but she's had the bulk of it here in the third, and she's been up to the task. Barrett, number 8, had a breakaway, and she just had a close-range shot there. Killing off the final 6 seconds, the Rockets will do it. It comes to the near side. Hansen jumps out. Menichello, if she was able to handle the puck, would have been able to hit Hansen coming out of the box. Jacobus gets over the line. Jacobus in the slot. Wrist shot off the mask. Rebound. It's loose in front. And somehow Ben David got the pad on it as she was sweeping through. She got the inside of the pad on it to redirect the puck away from trickling into the net. She gave up 2 pretty quickly in this game, and she's just absolutely, and what should be, the Rockets should have 5 or 6 at least, and it's only 2-0. If the Rockets keep defending the way they did in the first 2 periods, 2 will be enough. But Montgomery's really turned it on here, and the Rockets should look to keep adding it. Bowles in front of her own bench, gains the center line, but can't send it in as Nieves moves it forward. A little too strong for Hansen. Ball, who's been a mainstay on defense, one of 3 defensemen for her team in this game. Menichello picks it off, top of the slot, gets through Mayer for a moment, decides to keep possession, looking, was going for Cook, streaking through from the opposite side wing on the change. Redmond hustles back, Barrett chips it past her, Barrett in front, wrist shot, Lacey save, and covers it up. Barrett complaining, looking for some kind of call right there, but it looked like a pretty clean play. And we tick down to 3:57 remaining. First game of the AGHF Showcase. Pro Skate in Monmouth Junction is the location. Jacobus on the face-off. Connolly up there with Rizzo. Connolly gets the center line and sends it in. Rizzo's the first one in pursuit. Hall's going to get there first. She turns it up the wing. Matone steps in. It's bunted out of the zone. Connolly there to pick it up. Redmond will reverse it. Finds Rizzo. Rizzo gets through Hall. Rizzo looking. Rizzo still pursuing. Sends it for Jacobus. Sent at the net, but Hall knocked it down with the backhand. Connolly and a pair of 11s will battle, grabbing and pushing and fighting, but Hall wins the battle. Sent up through. Rizzo, can she get behind the D? She had to, oh, Connolly came in offside. Just out of my view. 3:02 left. Third period, 2-0 Rockets. We're glad you're joining us from Pro Skate. Rockets will be in action against the Junior Flyers at Iceland in Hamilton Township, New Jersey, late this afternoon. Tune in if you haven't already. Rockets gain it on the offensive zone. Soccer ahead by Fox. Ulrich trying to pick that one off. She's got one of the goals. Menichello has the other. Seems like long ago. Lock-in behind the D as Montgomery is trying to work some magic here to see if they can get their 0 off the board. If the Rockets keep their 0 on there, they're in control. Nieves chipped ahead for herself. CC looking. Lock-in now comes back to battle her. Barrett tries to send it through. Hansen picks it off. Wrist shot just wide by Hansen. Fox goes down low for Ulrich. Gets tied up with the referee, but regains the puck for Nieves. Nieves looking. Goes back for Ulrich. The Rockets will play catch and do this for the rest of the game if they can. 2:12, 2:08, 2:05 now left. Comes to the far side. Kept in by Fox. Shoveled ahead. Fox gets through one. Pushes it at Ben David, who steers it aside. Barrett 24 to Barrett 8. Up and out. Jacobus playing safety in a defensive posture. The center picks it up. Gets some wings. Sends it for Menichello. Menichello with Cook on her left. On the right. Wrist shot. Ben David has it. Doesn't know she has it. But never yields the rebound. And with 93 seconds left, the Rockets have an offensive zone draw. And it looks like Montgomery will call timeout. Goalies will join their teams at the bench, and each team will discuss it. 33-15 the shots for the Rockets. They've picked it up here in the last 2 minutes. They absolutely dominated the first 2 periods in terms of scoring. They scored both early on in the first. Menichello first, Ulrich second. A little cheer comes over there at the Rocket bench. I wonder what that's all about. And the Rockets dominated possession for the first two periods. They've still held the edge here in the third, but Montgomery's picked it up and created some scoring chances and pushed their shot total to 15. Barrett, number 8, one of the two Barretts in blue, did have a breakaway, and Emma Lacey stopped it. I wonder if the yelling is, with the 2-goal lead, if the puck goes down toward the offensive zone for Montgomery, and Montgomery elects to pull Ben David, which they won't do here because there's a defensive zone draw. If the net is empty and the puck comes in with a 2-goal lead, they might let Emma take a shot at the empty net, which would be something. Jacobus on the dot, Cook in the slot, Menichello on the far wing. Battled for there. Holt will come up with it. Matone at the point, chips it toward the net. It gets through, and Ben David's going to have to cover that up as Ball knocked it down. 123. 83 seconds from victory for the Rockets, as long as they don't let in 2. If they put one in here, it's academic. Locken goes all the way to the other side, but it doesn't work if you don't win the face-off. And the Rockets will maintain offensive zone possession here. Menichello, she'll just try to rag the puck. W-R-A-G. That means hold possession. You don't even have to try to score. Just possess the puck. Centered in front by Cook. Menichello got a piece. Now it's sent up and out. Ben David looks to the bench, but she doesn't have her team with possession, so she certainly can't exit that net for the extra attacker. Barrett, 8, spins, loses an edge. Shot goes off a ball skate, and Cook almost had a blind goal right there. 36 seconds. Boy, things are starting to look good for the Rockets now. They keep possession. Cook sends it forward toward the net. Menichello tries to pick that one off. Locken sends it out off the feed from Ball, but it's not clean. 25 seconds. This one's going to go the Rockets' way as we hit 20 seconds and they have the puck here. They're not going to let Ben David get out of that goal. Nieves has Rizzo in front if she can find her. Helps doing the dirty work. Rizzo gets it. Wasting time. Looking. Centering feed for Nieves or Hansen. Wrist shot Nieves! And a kick save by Ben David. 2 seconds, 1. They'll send it behind the net. Rizzo will have it, and she'll skate it away as the Rockets start the AGHF Showcase with a 2-0 win over Montgomery Youth Hockey Association. They'll go mob their goaltender, but this was very much a team effort. They didn't need Emma much for the first 2 periods, but boy, they leaned on her in the third. Final shots 34-15 in favor of the Rockets, who will be in action against the Junior Flyers later this afternoon. They're now 4-0 on the season. This is actually, believe it or not, their most lopsided win of the year. There's Emma. Well, we got a little too much of a close-up there. Okay. And Arealis. We get the waves. Yeah. Would have been better if I wasn't so zoomed in. But let's see. Here, we'll get it better here. We'll get it better here. You could try that again, goalies.
Emma with the dog. With the dog.
Emma with the clean sheet. There's Menichello, your first goal scorer. We'll get all the Rockets coming off here as they move to 4-0. 3 1-goal wins and now a 2-goal win. Here's your other goal scorer, Grace Ulrich. Louisa Rizzo, Lauren Fox, Kira Redmond, Grace Matone, Aaron Bruno, Cece Nieves, Smiling Cece, Izzy Cook. Last few coming off. We'll give you a little look there. Here's Coach Jacobus, Coach Cook. I'm waiting for everybody to come off here. Give you a nice little background. We don't usually get this part, but we're going to take advantage of our perch over here. And here comes PJ Jacobus and Francesca Hansen. Happy birthday, Tootie. And Coach Connolly. One more. There she is, the last one. Haley Connolly. The big smile that tells it all. So that's going to do it from Pro Skate in Monmouth, Junction, New Jersey. The Rockets hold off Montgomery Youth Hockey Association 2-0 in the first game of the AGHF Showcase. We'll be back again 3 more times this weekend. Once more here on Saturday if you're watching it live, and if you're watching it on demand, and if this copy wasn't so hot, you can find a better copy of it later when it comes on. That's going to do it from Monmouth Junction, New Jersey. This is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching New Jersey Rockets Girls Hockey.